Hi children, welcome back to next session. Hope all are doing good and praying to be good children. So in the previous session we are dealing with the new chapter, that is reaching the age of adolescence. So in that chapter we discussed what is a teenage, what is a puberty or what is a adolescence. So what is meant by adolescence, what is the importance on learning adolescence, and what are the different changes will take place during the age of puberty or the age of adolescence or the age of teenage. Lot of changes, development of secondary sexual characters, that means growth of different organs or a well development, and how these changes will take place during that age we discussed. How that takes place, about the glands we discussed. No, the glands, they secrete the hormones are nothing but they are the chemical substances, they helps to develop along with the physical changes which takes place during the age of puberty or the teenage. We used to find, when we reach to the age of adolescence, we can find mental maturity, intellectual maturity, emotional maturity, different types of maturities we can find. So let us see how it happens. So during the age of adolescence, not only bodily changes we could find or a physical changes we can find, emotionally also we used to find a lot of change in our organs. Coming to the mental maturity, it is the time in one's life when a brain has the greatest capacity of learning. So when the person reaches to this age, certain age, particular adolescent age, his memory for his brain works very active, and the brain gains a great capacity to learn more things. So we can say that it is a good age to learn well, or to perceive well, to understand well, to follow well. Easily they will follow. No, I'll give one example. When you see your teachers or your elders, when you like them, they're not this very familiar thing is, when you watch the movies, you want to follow the way of walking style, the way of wearing the clothes of heroes and the heroines. If they are boys, they used to follow the heroes. They want to talk as like a hero, or they want to give a posture like a hero. Otherwise they want to speak like a heroine, or they want to wear a makeup like a heroines, or wear hair plaids or clothes. Everything we want to follow that. No, so we used to follow very fast. Why? Because there is a great change in the mental capacity, brain capacity, which could able to accept many things into the brain. It helps to learn things very well. And not only mental and intellectual maturity, intelligence, the change in the person's way of thinking, automatically it will change. uh, we can say that very highly they used to think. Up to childhood we don't know whatever the parents used to do, but if the parents are making a lot of effort for the children, we try to understand their efforts, and we used to tell that, mama, next time I won't hurt you. Daddy, I will not do the same mistake again. I'll try to be good. I won't make you to hurt you again. And we used to say sorry. When we are childhood, we don't do these all the things. But we used to change our mental intelligence very soon when we reach to the age of adolescence. The person feels more independent than before, and also becomes self-conscious. Self-conscious means thinking about ourselves most. We feel that I am the superman, I am the superest, I am the topper, I am the best. Only I can give more best. Like this, we used to think, no, that intellectual maturity, individual. So we used to feel self-conscious and also independent. Mostly we want to be independent. So if mother says something, dear daughter, don't do that. I know, ma. I know that. I know everything, no need not to tell. We used to say. If father says, I know, daddy, I know well, very well. You don't know well, but I know very well, no need to tell me. So we used to speak all such type of words towards the parents. Yes or no? So mostly we want to be as an independent person. If someone only tells me I have to follow, such points we don't want to follow. We used to feel that we want to be independent, we want to be alone, and we want to achieve all the things as a single as a person. Yes or no? that intellectual maturity develops. Coming to the emotional maturity, a person may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind. Lot of changes. Yes, in the intellectual maturity, I said, no, I know, mommy, I do well. I know everything we used to say. But in some point, we used to fail at the target, some targets. At those times, we feel insecure ourselves. I said to my parents that I know well, I do well, but I fail in it. So I couldn't able to handle it. At those times you feel that insecurity of yourself, you feel very insecure, and you cannot make up yourself. So these all the emotional maturity, because as we are more emotional, as the hormones are increasing more, we feel more emotional and we feel like in that manner. Coming to the secondary sexual characters, coming to the boys, they begin to grow facial hair, that is a mustaches and a beard, and the hair also begins to grow on the chest, underarms, and the regions above the thighs or the pubic regions. These are the changes we can find. The hair also being grown on the chest, underarms, and the region above the thighs or the pubic regions. And coming to the girls, the breast begins to develop, as we discussed in the previous session, that is a growth of a memory glands, development of a memory glands. The hair begins to grow on the chest, under the arms, and the region above the thighs or the pubic regions. All these secret regions also we used to find the growth of the hair. The growth of the hair. Pubic means nothing but the private parts. Coming to the hormones, the changes which occur at adolescence are controlled by the chemical substances are called as hormones. The chemical substances are nothing but hormones. They will control all the changes which are taking place in the body during the age of adolescence. So coming to the boys, the testes begin to release male hormone testosterone. This causes hair growth. The testosterone helps to secrete these secondary sexual characters like a hair growth, mustache, beard, as well as helps to secrete the hormone, the sperms. It facilitates to secrete the sperms. What are the sperms? These are the male reproductive gametes secreted by the male reproductive organ, testes. Next, girls. The ovaries begin to produce the female hormones that are estrogen, which makes the breast develop milk secreting glands, or a mammary glands develop inside the breast. So mammary glands are the vestigial organs in the males, but the hormone which is secreted in the females, that is a estrogen, it helps to secrete the milk glands, develop the milk glands, and also development of the breast region, all this. So the production of the hormone is under the control of another hormone in endocrine gland called pituitary gland. So as we discussed previously, all the glands, they are controlled by the pituitary gland. So as the pituitary glands control all other glands, it is called as the master gland. Now let us see role of hormones in initiating reproductive function. There are many endocrine glands or ductless glands in the body. As we discussed, ductless glands. What are the ductless glands? From the brain, pituitary gland; at the throat, thyroid gland; at the stomach, pancreas and kidneys, adrenal gland; and the pubic region, if in a males it is a testes, if it is in a females it is a ovaries. These are the endocrine glands. So the testes and the ovaries are called as sex hormones. They secrete the sex hormones. Testes and the ovaries, they secrete the sex hormones. The sex hormones are under the control of hormones from the pituitary gland. Even these sex hormones are controlled. That means the testes and the ovaries are also controlled by the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland secrete many hormones, one of which makes ova mature in the ovaries and sperms forms in the testes. So the ovaries is a female reproductive organ and testes is a male reproductive organ. These both are development takes place by the control of endocrine gland, that is a pituitary gland, which we know it as a master gland. Let us see. The onset of the puberty is controlled by the hormones. Here you can see, children, hormones form pituitary stimulates the testes and the ovaries to release the testosterone. When the pituitary gland secrete hormones, gonadotrophic hormone secreted by the pituitary gland. So when this pituitary gland is secreted, this gonadotrophic hormone shows the effective secretion, and they acts on the testes and the ovaries, and they stimulates the testes and ovaries to release the testosterone in males and the estrogen in the females, released in the bloodstream and reaches to the parts of the body target site. So when these hormones are released, and they will reach us to the target site. Already we discussed in the previous session what is a targeted site. Wherever they has to be activated, the hormones, they travel through the blood to the target organ. So when they reaches to the target organ, stimulate changes the body at the one set of a puberty. So when these hormones are reaches to the target organ, then we can find a lot of changes which takes place in the body. Now, reproductive phase of a life in a humans. How could be the reproductive phase? In female, the reproductive phase of a life begins at the puberty and generally lasts till the age of approximately 45 to 50 years. So, in a females, the reproductive phase stays up to 45 to 50 years only. After 50 years, there is no reproductive phase, which means the females cannot give birth to the children because there will be a stopping of a menstrual cycle. What is a menstrual cycle? In the previous session we discussed, no? If there is no fertilization, there is a leakage of a blood, mucus out of the body, and the ovum, dead ovum also released out of the body. So this cyclic process, we call it as a menstrual cycle. One ovum matures and it is released by one of the ovaries once in about 28 to 30 days. Coming to the females, only one ovum is secreted for a 1 month. After reaching to the puberty, after the girl reached to the age of puberty, maturation, after the maturation of the baby or a child or a girl, they used to secrete only one ovum for a month. Ovaries once in about 28 to 30 days. They'll have a right ovary and left ovary. In this month, if the right ovary secrete a ovum, next month the left ovary will secrete. Okay. So only one ovum for how many days? 28 to 30 days. During this period, the wall of uterus becomes thick so as to receive the egg. So when the egg is secreted, it has to be stored and fertilized, you know. It has to be settled. After fertilization, the egg has to be settled in the stomach. So in order to settle, the walls of the uterus starts to develop. They becomes very thick. They develop with the muscles and the blood vessels. Many minute blood vessels and the muscles. So lot of development of blood vessels we used to find at the region. So the walls of uterus becomes very thick so as to receive the egg. In case it is fertilized and begins to develop. So this thickened wall, the uterus wall, helps to development of a fertilized egg in the mother's womb or in the uterus. If in case it is not fertilized, if the fertilization is not takes place, at that time we can find the process of menstruation. What is a menstruation? When a fertilization does not occur, when there is no process of fertilization, the released egg and the thickened lining of a uterus along with the blood vessels will be shed out. So when there is no blood vessels, so when there is no fertilized egg is there, if there is no fertilization, automatically the egg will die in the 24 hours. So when it is die, it will comes out in the body. So what happen if there is no fertilization? The thickened walls of the uterus, they will be break down. The uterus walls will be break down and the blood vessels also will be break down, and they will come out in the form of a blood and a mucus out of the body. So they will be shed off. This causes bleeding in a woman, which is called as a menstruation. So these condition we call it as a bleeding. This bleeding condition is nothing but in a woman we call it as a menstruation. So menstruation occurs once in about 28 to 30 days. It is a cyclic process. Every month it takes place. So it occurs in the females every 28 to 30 days after reaching to the age of adolescence, not to the previous to the age of adolescence. Okay. So now let us see what is a menarche and what is a menopause. The first menstrual flow begins at the puberty is termed as menarche. So the first menstruation, maturation we used to say, no, when the girl matures, the first leaking of blood takes place in the body from the body of a female. That age is called as a menarche. When the girl reaches to the age of puberty, when the maturation is started, the first flow out of a blood from the female, that condition is called as a menarche. At 45 to 50 years of age, the menstrual cycle stops. This condition is called as a menopause. Stoppage of menstruation is termed menopause. Initially, menstrual cycle may be irregular. It takes some time to become as a regular. So when the girls reaches to the age of puberty, when they started to the process of menstruation, the first menstruation condition is called as a menarche. When they reaches to the age of 45 to 50 years, the menstruation will be stopped. The stopping condition is called as a menopause. But when the girls they reaches at the starting level, at the first year of menstruation, first time of menarche, the menstrual cycles may not be regular manner. They may be after 2 months they can find, after 3 months they can find. So it takes time to become as a regular. Okay, so there no need not to worry about that, about the process of menstruation. Slowly basing on their diet control or not control, intaking of diet, good food. So the healthy food, if you take the healthy food, the regular menstruation will happen in the females. Now let us see how is the sex of the baby determined, boy or a girl. How can we say how the baby can be defined, either it is a boy or a girl? Let us see that we call it as a sex determination. So this sex determination depends on the chromosomes. Let us see about the chromosomes. Inside the fertilized egg or a zygote is the instruction of determining the sex of the baby. So when the fertilization is taking place, what is a fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes are fusing together. So male DNA, female DNA is fusing together. So during this fertilization, so inside the fertilized egg, so after the fertilization, the fusion of male and female gametes is called as a fertilization. After fertilization, what does it forms? It forms in the form of a zygote. So this zygote consists of an instruction of determining the sex of the baby. Here the sex means male or a female. So this information decides either it is a boy or a girl. This instruction is present that thread-like a structures called as a chromosomes. These instructions are in the form of a chromosomes. Chromo means color, zoma means thread. So the chromosomes are located in the form of a DNA. This DNA is located in the nucleus. The nucleus is the center of the cell. So the cell contains the nucleus. The nucleus contains the DNA. DNA, which means deoxyribonucleic acid, which are completely made by the amino acids. So these DNA contain double helical strand thread-like structures that are called as the chromosomes. Chroma means colorful, zoma means threads. They contain different types of colorful threads which are composed by the amino acids. So these chromosomes, they contain small units which are called as genes. Genes means not a gene fact, it is a gene which is a main responsible to transfer the parental characters to the children. Okay, so see, when the baby born very soon, what do we used to say? This baby seems like her daddy or her mother, grandmother, uncle. We used to say, no? So these genes are main responsible to transfer the parental characters to the offspring. So when the fertilization takes place, these chromosomes will present. Male chromosome, father chromosome and mother chromosome are fused together and they form in the form of a zygote. These chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell, as I said you. Okay, all humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nuclei of the cell. So every cell contains, the human cell contains 23 pairs of a chromosome. In this 23 pairs, 23 plus 23, that means 46 chromosomes. In this 23 pairs, only one pair of chromosomes are considered as a sex chromosomes, and the rest of 22 pairs of chromosomes are considered as a somatic chromosomes. Okay. So 6 chromosomes, 2 chromosomes out of 23 pairs of chromosomes are sex chromosomes. As I said, you one pair or two chromosomes. So these are named as X and Y chromosomes. The two chromosomes are named as X and Y chromosomes. Coming to the females, they have two X chromosomes. In female, both a pair, a one pair, both are X chromosomes. Coming to the males, they have one X and one Y chromosome. So Y is a different chromosome. Females have a two X chromosome. Females doesn't have the Y chromosome. Males have a X chromosome as well as the Y chromosome. So we can say Y is a odd chromosome. Okay, chromosome in an egg and a sperm. The gametes, egg and a sperm, have only one set of chromosomes. So the egg have a XX chromosomes. The unfertilized egg always have one X chromosome, and the sperms, these are of two types. One kind has a X chromosome and other kind has a Y chromosome. Okay, as we so development into boy. If the sperm contributes Y chromosome to the egg at the fertilization, the zygote will develop in a female child because only the males have the Y chromosome. During the process of fertilization, if the males release a Y chromosome, we can say the growth for a development baby becomes as a male. So if a girl contribute, there is no Y chromosome in the girls. No, when a sperm contributing X chromosome fertilize the egg, the zygote would have a two X chromosomes. So generally girl have only XX chromosome, boy have XY chromosome. So if a boy release X chromosome and girl obviously always release only X chromosome, no chance to release a Y chromosome. So if a girl release X, one X, and a boy release a Y chromosome, the baby can become as a boy. What is the state we saw in the males? XY chromosome, it became as a XY. So baby boy, we can consider it is a baby boy. But if the girl secrete a X chromosome, no option for a Y, and boy also release X chromosome, it becomes as a XX chromosome, which denotes the female. Okay, so we can consider as a baby girl. So when a sperm contribute X chromosome, fertilize egg, the zygote would have a two X chromosomes and develop into a female child. So ultimately, who will decide the sex of the person? Either baby girl or a baby boy. Only the father or the males decide the sex. Okay, you can see here the pictorial description. Sex determination in human. See children. So if you take here one is X from the sperm. X is releasing from the sperm. Y is releasing the formation of egg. In the result, XY means it is a resultant of a boy, XX means it is the resultant of a girl. Coming to the hormones other than the sex hormones. The hormones secreted by the pituitary stimulates the testes and the ovaries to produce their hormones. Okay, so the pituitary gland secrete the gonadotrophic hormone. It stimulates the secretion of testosterone and the sperms from the males and estrogen and the ovum for the females. Apart from the pituitary, there are other endocrine glands in the body such as thyroid, pancreas and adrenal glands. Next one is a goiter. Already we discussed the disease of the thyroid gland in the In this disease, the thyroid gland is not producing the hormone thyroxine. If the thyroxine is not secreted, the goiter may occur. When pancreas is not reducing the hormone insulin in sufficient quantities, that means the pancreas has to release only sufficient quantity of insulin. It is known as a diabetes. If there is no sufficient production, it related to the diabetes. Now let us see what is meant by metamorphosis. The caterpillar has passed through various stages to become an adult moth. In the moths, okay. So the adult frog lay the eggs. The eggs grow into the tadpole, which is divided into early adult tadpole, the late tadpole, then grow into an adult frog. In a caterpillars, we used to say to develop the moths, in a well-developed moth. In a frogs, we used to say a lot of changes from the egg to the adult stage, egg, tadpole, larval stage, different stages we used to find. All different changes we used to find. So the larva into an adult through the drastic changes is called as a metamorphosis. Drastic changes means we used to find, if you take a frog, when the eggs are hatches, they used to develop into a larva. The larva develops into a tadpole. In the picture you can see the tadpole. See, on the surface of the water bodies, we used to find a lot of fish, like a fish pictures, no, fish bodies. We feel that all are the baby fishes. We feel that all of them are baby fishes. Not, they are baby fishes. When the frog is in a tadpole condition, after hatching of egg, when it develops into the tadpole, it is having a tail like a structure. But when it is having a development into the ultimate frog, the tail will be lost. Here we can find a lot of changes in the body. Even in a caterpillars, in the moths also, we used to find a lot of changes. The caterpillar, when it is get into the cocoons, after few days, the caterpillar develops into a silk moth, or a silk moth we can see, or a moths we can see, or butterflies we can see. A lot of change we used to find. All these changes, the process of taking changes level by level is nothing but we call it as a metamorphosis. That condition we call it as a metamorphosis. Now let us see role of hormones in completing the life history of insects and the frogs. So this is as we see that is a metamorphosis. During this metamorphosis condition, what is the role played by the hormones? Metamorphosis in insect is controlled by the insect. So this metamorphosis controlled by the insect, it is caused by the hormones. In a frog, it is controlled by the thyroxine hormone. In insects, we used to call the hormones as a pheromones. The pheromones plays a key role to control the metamorphosis process in the insects. And coming to the frog, the thyroxine. Thyroxine is secreted by the thyroid gland. No? In a frog, it is controlled by the thyroxine, that hormone. The hormone produced by the thyroid gland. Thyroxine production requires the presence of iodine in water. Iodine. Even for us also, the food should be needed sufficient of iodine. That's why the doctors always prescribe to have iodized salt. Why we have to take iodized salt? Iodine is a mineral which helps to secrete a more amount or a sufficient amount of thyroxine in our body. So if the thyroxine is well secreted in the body, it facilitates the better metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, etc. Yes or no? Even in the frogs also, if the water is insufficient of iodine, this thyroxine will be secreted sufficient amounts, and they facilitate the process of metamorphosis of the frogs in the water. If the water in which the tadpoles are growing does not contain sufficient of iodine, the tadpoles cannot become as adult frogs. So, if there is no sufficient production of secretion, a sufficient amount of iodine is not there in the water, they cannot be secreted sufficient. So, we cannot find the process of metamorphosis. The tadpoles cannot be converted in the form of adult frogs. So these all are the main functions of the hormones, importance of the hormone in the living organism. Apart from that, reproductive health is very most important. When we having a reaching to the age of adolescence, lot of bodily changes we used to find in our body. So we should have a minimum concentration about the reproductive health. The physical and mental well-being of an individual is regarded as individual health. Physically, mentally, emotionally, or socially, if you are being good, that is called as a health. So to the keep the body healthy, every human being need to have a balanced diet. If our body has to be in a good condition, if we want to be as a good healthy manner, in a good manner, every person should take a healthy diet. That is, we call it as a balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? The diet or the food which is consists of all the nutrients, that are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, fibers, and the water. All these substances together construct the balanced diet. If any one nutrient is not there, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, fibers, vitamins, water, 7 substances composes the balanced diet. If any one food component is absent in this balanced diet, the person may attacked with the malnutrition condition. Malnutrition means lackness of a balanced diet. Lackness of any one nutrient from the balanced diet sheet, that is called as a malnutrition. So the person must also observe the personal hygiene, undertake the adequate physical exercise, not only taking all sorts of a balanced diet. Along with the balanced diet, the person undergo for the physical exercises. Body exercises is most important, because by doing exercise, the internal organs, the respiratory tract, or the digestive system, or the heart, pumping of blood into the heart, or a working of kidneys, all these organs, they will become relaxed and they used to work very actively. By doing physical exercise, transportation of blood and respiration takes well manner in the body. So this well manner presentation of the body keeps always active promotion of blood transportation in the body, and they promote good health to the body. So physical, along with the balanced diet, we should need a physical exercise. This is essential for the growth of the body. So as we are doing good exercise, physical exercise, and having a balanced diet, it provide the good development of organs. As if a blood is nothing but energy. If the energy transport in a well manner in the body for all organs, it promotes a good content of energy to the body. So organisms will be having well development and a good growth. Nutritional needs of the adolescence. What type of nutrition? Adolescence is a stage of a rapid growth, very fast growth we will see. So automatically we need a lot of food to eat. Always we feel hungry, so always we want to eat more and more. And development, the diet for an adolescent has to be carefully planned. We have to plan the food habits, and we have to take. The diet must be balanced diet, iron build blood, and iron rich food such as leafy vegetables, jaggery, meat, etc. are good for the adolescents. Some examples are given: leafy vegetables, jaggery, meat, milk, egg, proteinaceous food. They should be needed. The proteinaceous food helps to construct the muscles. So all the sorts of food substances we have to take. Vegetables, they give more amount of iron. If a rich content of iron is there, blood is rich in content of the body. So the blood plays as a defensive mechanism, as well as energy providing to the body, activeness to the body. All these aspects will be good in the body by taking a leafy vegetables. Now coming to the balanced diet, the meal which includes proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins in requisite proportions is known as a balanced diet. Normal propositions, what are the requirements has to be taken. All these food substances has to be taken. Roti, dal, pulses, milk and vegetables are the balanced diet. Fruits also provide nourishment. Yes, good digestion. The fruits will give a rich content of proteins, rich content of fiber. The fiber facilitate good nutrition. That means good digestion of the food. Rich content of water, balancing the water levels in the body, balancing the blood levels in the body. They all are most very important. For infants, mother's milk provide all the nourishment that they needed. Mother's milk also for infants. So let us, we have to remember some points. Chips, we eat all this heavily, no? Chips and packed or tinned snacks, they provide very tasty, should never replace regular meals. They do not have adequate nutritional values. So we go to the shops, when we go very officially we will buy bingos, lays, chips. We used to buy and we used to eat. And the time comes for the food, you say that my stomach full with the chips, so I cannot eat. But they are not having any nutritional values. If you eat that and if you skip the food, they causes a malnutrition. So don't replace your food items with this such content of a food items, because they are very lack in nutritional values. Next one is a personal hygiene. Every person should have its hygienic condition. Hygiene means clean condition. Cleanliness is very most important. Everyone should have the bath at least once every day. Compulsory we should have a bath. If it is a winter season, many people skip to have bath. But don't do that. Though it is a winter, though it is a laziness, whatever it may be, compulsory we should have at least once in a day bath. It is more necessary for the teenagers because the increased activity of sweat glands sometimes make the body smelly. Yes or no? So due to the age of adolescence, secretion of hormones are more. The glands works very actively. So excessive secretion will take place. The sweating and the sebum, sebaceous glands, they used to secrete more amount of oil. So they produce a very bad smell to the body. So we have to wash them at least. By having a bath, we have to clean them. If you don't clean them, they expel the bad smell, bad odor. All parts of the body should be washed and cleaned every day. If cleanliness is not maintained, there are chances of catching bacteria and infections. If the cleanliness is not there, lot of bacteria they will accumulate and they causes the different kinds of infections and the diseases. So special care for girls. Yes, at the age of adolescence they need a special care. Girls should take special care of cleanliness during the times of a menstrual flow. So when the bleeding is taking place, we should clean it very clean, because otherwise the bacteria, the virus, they may accumulate and they cause different kinds of diseases. So compulsory cleanliness should be needed. They should keep track of their menstrual cycle and be prepared for their one set of menstruation. Always we should be prepared well. We should be aware of the times of the menstruation, and pre-planning or a pre-preparation should be maintained. Physical exercise, walking and playing in a fresh air. Better to play in a fresh air, not in the homes. Nowadays all the children are sitting in the home in front of TV, catching the mobiles, and they are playing inside the house. So they doesn't get a fresh air. So the body doesn't become as a fresh. Keep the body fit and healthy. We have to keep the body fit and healthy. All young boys and girls should take walk, exercise, play, outdoor games. So walking is good, exercise is good, playing outdoor games is also very good. So for what things we should say no? Say no to drugs. Drugs means smoking, alcohol. Adolescence is a period of much activity in the body and mind, which is normal part of growing up. So do not feel confused or insecure. If anybody suggested that you will get relief if you take some drugs, just say no unless prescribed by the doctor. Here drugs means not only alcohols and smoking, even a tablets. So in a confused manner or generally when we are in this age, we used to take a fast decisions, no? When the decisions are wrong, automatically very soon we used to react, very fast we used to react. At those times we are couldn't able to balance ourselves emotionally. When we are in imbalanced condition emotionally or physically at any cost, we should say no to the drugs. That means simply some people when they get a headache, they'll take a tablet. Even they'll get a small pain, they'll go to the shop, they bring the tablet and they will take. So if you take a tablets for everything, the body will be habituated for the medicine completely. The body becomes as a medicated, and at some point of a time, the body cannot be reacted towards the medicine whenever it is needed to the body. So all in all, we should not addicted to the drugs. Drugs are addictive. If you take them once, you feel like taking them again and again. They harm the body, they ruin health and happiness. So the addiction, coming to the addiction, smoking cigars. See, when somebody find a stylish smoking for somebody, or a drinking and having a maza of their life, they will be attracted, and in their heart they feel that if I do it once, what will happen? So for once you will go that area and you started to do that, and you feel it very tasty or something kick you will get, and out of that kick you want to be addicted towards that. By doing again and again, what happen? They harms your body, they harms your health, and they ruin the health and your happiness. They destroy your health and happiness. So better not to addict. Always we have to say no for such a type of conditions. Next one is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. This is one of the most flourished disorder which takes place in the younger generation, adolescents. AIDS is caused by the dangerous virus HIV. HIV is not a disease. HIV is a virus. What is meant by HIV? Human immunodeficiency virus. This virus can pass on to a normal person from an infected person by sharing the syringes used for injected drugs. So when some person was injection, that A person is have an injection, the A person have an HIV virus positive. The same syringe is used for the B person. This B person also will be infected by the HIV virus. It can also be transmitted to an infected from the injected mother through their milk. Not only by the injections, but also when the mother have a HIV positive. These positive may travel from the mother to the baby by feeding breast milk. When the mother feed the baby with the milk, through that milk also the virus may pass out. So the virus can also be transmitted through the sexual contact with the person infected with the HIV virus. If any person is infected with the HIV, if this person is having the sex between the good person and the HIV person, through the sex also the HIV virus will be traveling. Not only this, the multiple sexing also causes the development of a HIV virus. So reproductive health causes during the age of adolescence, lot of emotions will be there, lot of changes will take place, lot of attraction will be there. So due to all these reasons, the person may be attracted towards the sex and he may causes a HIV disease. So the HIV doesn't have any medicine which kills the person. So we should be careful of this person. So these all the aspect is very most important, children. Reaching the age of adolescence is utmost, it is very most important, and healthy conditions, hygienic conditions is very most important. Maintaining of a good hair care is also very most important. So basing on this chapter, we'll have some multiple choice questions, children. Question number 1. Adolescence is the period of, what is the age of period? 11 to 19 years. Answers are also given. Just I'll read through, you see. When a person When a sperm having X chromosome fuses with a ovum, the child will be, if the person release X chromosome, the child will be female. Answer is female. How many pairs of chromosomes are found in a nuclei of the cell? What is the number of chromosomes in the human? 23 pairs of chromosomes. Children gain height during a heavy growth or a fast growth during the age of adolescence. Testes secretes the testosterone. Adam's apple is the enlargement of the larynx. The chemical substance which are secreted from endocrine glands are called as, the chemical substances secreted by endocrine glands are called as hormones. Out of these, which one determines the sex of the baby? Which one determines? Chromosomes. The chromosomes determines the sex of the baby. What is the stoppage of menstruation called? The stoppage of menstruation is called menopause. Starting of menstruation, menarche. We cannot we cannot see the condition of menopause in the males. The males can secrete the sperms throughout their life. Which hormone is secreted by adrenal gland? Adrenaline. Adrenaline is secreted by the adrenal gland. Reproduction age in a woman starts when their reproduction, when they are in the, when they started a menstruation level. Which is a male gonads? What is a male gonad? Testes. Testes is a male gonad. The beginning of a menstruation at the puberty is called menarche. So when the menstruation is started, that age is called as a menarche. In males, the sex chromosome consists of, what are the sex chromosomes in males, children? X and Y chromosomes. Production of thyroxine requires iodine. What is the mineral? Thyroxine need iodine. If there is iodine rich, the thyroid gland can secrete a rich content of thyroxine. The period of a life when the body undergoes the ages leading to the reproductive maturity. When they will go to the reproductive maturity, children? At the age of adolescence. The human body undergoes several changes during the adolescence. These changes makes the ones of puberty. So when the changes takes place at the age of puberty. Adam's apple is a prominent in a adolescent boys. It is not in a girls. It is a prominent in a boys. Larynx is also called as a voice box. Larynx is also called as a voice box. Acne and pimples on the face is due to the secretion of oil glands. Acne means pimples. Oil glands during the puberty. Testosterone is a hormone found in a human. Only males. The first menstrual flow is called as menarche. Menstrual flow is called as a menarche. Menopause occurs at the age of 45 to 50 years of age. When a sperm containing Y chromosome fertilized egg with X chromosome, the zygote develops into a male. If the sperm releases a Y chromosome. Okay. The change from the larva to adult is called as metamorphosis. Changes. What are the changes takes place during the development from the larva to adult? That is called as a metamorphosis. Here you have given a matching. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, XX chromosomes and XY chromosomes. So the pituitary gland is called as a master gland. One matches with the D. Thyroid gland secrete a thyroxine. 2 matches with the A. Adrenal gland secrete adrenaline. 3 matches with the B. Pancreas secretes the insulin. XX chromosomes related to the girl, XY chromosomes related to the boys. Here you have given the answers. You have some fill in the blanks also. Children again children gain the height during the age of adolescence. The ones of the ones of dash and dash of reproductive part are controlled by the hormones, puberty and maturity. Hormones are the secretions of glands, endocrine glands. Pancreas secretes the thyroid, produces dash, and adrenaline produces the dash, insulin. Pancreas secretes the insulin, thyroid produces the thyroxine, and adrenal gland produces the adrenaline. Testosterone is the dash hormone. It is a male hormone. Dash of the unborn child depends on whether the zygote has XX or a XY chromosome or sex chromosomes. It is important to eat dash and maintain a personal hygiene during the adolescence. Balanced food. You have given here true or false, Nana. Hope children you understood well. So this is what about the reaching the age of adolescence. So orally we saw some questions: what are male gametes, what are female gametes, and hormones, what are the different types of hormones, and what are the components in balanced diet, what are the diseases are caused if the sufficient iodine is not taking place or balanced diet is not taking place. Lackness of thyroxine leads to the goiter, and lackness of pancreas, insulin, leads to the diabetes mellitus, different kinds of diseases. So, and also why we have to maintain a good care towards our health when we are in a reproductive phase, or reproductive health is compulsory necessary, and personal hygiene is also very most important, and taking food, and what the things we should not tell no, and what the things we should allow into our life, and how we have to be balanced physically, emotionally, mentally. All these aspects we discussed. Hope you understood well. See you soon in the next session now.